Today's show is sponsored by DVCBuyResale.com. DVCBuyResale.com is a great place to buy or sell your Disney Vacation Club membership. You can view their current Disney Vacation Club resales, get answers to frequently asked questions, and see the DVC points charts all at DVCBuyResale.com. Or call Chantel directly at 1-800-844-4099. This is Walt Disney World Today. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the world.
It's Friday, February 22nd, 2008, and it's episode 374 of Walt Disney World Today. I'm Matt Hodgberg from StudioCentral.com. On the show today, we have Mike Scopa of All Ears Net. Welcome, Mike.
Watch it. Milk Cartons launching Sector 4D.
It's whole milk. These guys are serious. That's a great line in Cranium Command. Also on the show today, we have Len Testa, who's the co-author of the unofficial guide to Walt Disney World. Welcome, Len.
How's it going, Matt?
Outstanding. And we also have Mike Newell of Mouse World Radio. Hi, Mike.
What's going on?
What's happening?
What is happening? What's up?
And also on the show today, we've maxed out our North Carolina quota. It's Annette Owens of MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. Welcome, Annette.
Thanks for having me. I get to be on with Lynn. This is great.
Now, it's the first time. I don't think we've ever had both of you on one show. It's like, what do we call it? It's the Lynette show.
Lynette,
that's right. On today's show, we're going to be talking about some of the changes that have kind of happened at Walt Disney World. Some new specials that are coming out, rather, we should say. And Disney's announced two major things have come up for the spring. One is going to be annual pass holder room rates, and that normally isn't something we comment on, except there's a little bit of a catch this time to them. And the bigger news, we think, is the annual pass holders can now have the dining plan. And I'd like to talk more about the dining plan, but at first I want to talk about the room rate change. And now this is a regular, in the sense of the discount. I mean, this is your traditional annual pass discount rates. What are the dates for the discounts for the annual pass for from the room discount?
It's for travel dates of June. Good night. March 30th through May 21st. Jumping ahead of myself. The biggest catch is going to be the weekend.
Yeah, why don't you explain that to our listeners, why that's different?
Yeah, now they've gone to the nightly rate. So, no matter when you check in, it used to be great. You get that opening day rate the whole time. Now your rate is based on the night you're staying. Weekends, you're getting a discount, but it's going to cost you a little bit more with an AP discount on the weekends. So your better savings is Sunday through Thursday.
I don't know about you guys, but I asked Annette about this, about booking. The rate came out, and I said, great, let me, give me some quotes for some dates over here. And one was on a weekend, and it really bothers me that there really is no discount on the weekends. I mean, if there is, then it's like, it's minor. And it just really bothers me because the weekday rates are great, but it just, Disney, it's another thing of Disney reducing the value that you get. And we're annual pass holders, I mean, we're the best customers that they have. We continuously come down, we commit to them by giving them a lot of money to be able to come, and committing, for as many visits as we do. And obviously when we come down there, it's not just the parks, we're also, staying in the resorts, buying their merchandise, eating their food.
Sleeping in their bushes. Yeah. That's right.
But I mean, it just bothers me because it's like, come on, guys. I mean, is it bothering anyone else that we're seeing this kind of a trend?
Yeah, it reminds me almost of DVC, where I can stay on from Sunday to Friday on one set of points, and then on Friday and Saturday, it skyrockets. So what's going to happen? Even if I'm going and staying on AP rates, I'm going to wind up going off site for a couple of days. Yeah,
I mean, if I was staying for like a week, let's say I was just looking for a weekend trip. But if I was staying for a week, Saturday and Sunday, man, or Friday and Saturday rather, those are the weekend days. I'm not staying on either. I'm staying at the Valley. I'm downgrading the Valley Resort for those 2 days, or I'm like Newell says, off property to save the money because I think it's ridiculous.
So Annette, what's the difference between a Thursday night rate and a Friday night rate at a Value Resort, ballpark?
It's about $10 more a night.
$10, that's all.
Okay.
That's all it is?
Yeah,
at a Value Resort.
For moderates.
At a Value Resort.
It's like at a Value Resort, at a Deluxe Resort, it's like $30 a night, right?
It's 30 to 40.
Yeah, 30 to 40 a night. So you're looking at like a 10%, roughly somewhere between a 12 and a 10 to 12% jump in the rates, right? just for the weekend, 10 to 13%, something like that.
Something around there.
Yeah, ballpark. And, the thing, to Matt's point, it's definitely a change in policy. I know a lot of people who booked their vacations in 2008, but did it in 2007 prior to the 2008 rates coming out, are getting hit with these bills now saying, oh, by the way, you owe us an extra, $150 for your stay because of where you're staying. And we've definitely got some reader mail on that. So I think Disney could have handled that better. $10 a night, in the overall scheme of things, probably doesn't make that much of a difference. And to be fair, every other hotel in the world does it. So
yeah, but this is Disney World. This is different. They hold themselves to a higher standard, to a different standard. So
yeah,
what?
I mean, they're a charity.
Yeah, they're a charity.
Yeah, they give out microloans to small third world countries. No, the thing I think that the sticking point is that, again, for people who've already made reservations, but going back and saying not only were we increasing your rates for 2008, but we're increasing them based on the dates. You would think that if you paid that far in advance, Disney would waive it or grandfather you in somehow, or say, you know what, here's the $10 doesn't really mean anything.
Right. So the bigger news is now annual pass holders can take advantage of the dining plan, because before what you would have to do if you're an annual pass holder is you'd have to get a Magic Your Way package, and you'd have to get a ticket. Usually most of us would get a one-day ticket, and we would take that ticket and then apply it towards our annual pass renewal. And this is something that Mary Waring had mentioned, I think, initially on one of our shows, and we had mentioned it since then a couple times. But now, Annette, why don't you explain to our listeners how the annual pass dining plan works?
Well, what an improvement, because, just like everybody else, very tired of trying to explain what to do with that one-day base ticket.
Right.
For all those annual pass holders.
Oh, very good.
It needs to be stored somewhere.
Of course.
Shady place.
A very dark and damp.
So glad I can help you out there.
Cave of Wonders.
Cave of what? Wonder. Cave of Wonders. Madam, have you ever heard of the Cave of Wonder? You acquaint with that concept?
Oh God!
Oh, I have a joke, but Newell's never going to let it go. So continue, please.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm supposed to continue.
The Cave of Wonder.
Somebody just now drove off the road.
Madam, may I suggest you go spelunking in the Cave of Wonder? Well, yes, you'll need a headlamp for that. Hold on.
Go ahead, Annette.
Gosh. Okay. Wipe the tears from my face. Where was I? I don't even know.
What the hell were we talking about?
Oh, well, now, I mean, before they had, you just get the one-day pass at the very least. But now, as an annual pass holder, you get, how does it work now if you want the dining plan?
You're now buying a package. Basically, it's not going to be considered an annual pass holder room only anymore. It is a package. So it's treated as a package through Disney, but it's now the dining package. So you can get your room and the dining plan and no ticket. And it is still at the same rates that they're offering the dining plan to the Magic Your Way package.
Okay, so the dining plan itself costs the same as people getting Magic Your Way, but is the room going to be discounted like annual pass discount rate, or is it rack rate?
It can be discounted. It depends. I mean, if you're doing it during this promotion, you can get your annual pass holder rate and get the dining plan added on.
So if you're an annual pass holder, then you really have 3 dining options. You've got your AP discount, which is 10 to 20% off lunch and dinner Monday through Friday at select restaurants, doesn't include alcohol. You've got the Disney Dining Experience card, which you can get for like $60 or so with your AP. And then you got the dining plan, right?
Just a few choices. Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting, because I've already started getting email from annual pass holders asking, what's the best deal, or what's the best thing for my situation. So here's the thing that we figured out. It so depends. It depends on whether you're.
It so depends.
It so depends. So totally it depends.
Favorite one.
if you're getting the 10% discount on your AP, then the DDE card almost always makes more sense economically.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's the 20% discount for your AP, and that by the way, that DDE thing still makes sense even if you're tipping the mandatory, you have to tip the mandatory 80%. But if you're getting a 20% off on your AP, then it doesn't make sense to get the DDE. So you really have to figure out where you're eating ahead of time for that. Mm-hmm. And this is the thing that readers are complaining about. The amount of effort you have to put into planning your dining now probably exceeds the planning you're doing for your theme park visit.
It's true.
Everybody's learning Excel to figure out what they're doing. We just went through this with my family, DVC, and we were, we can add on the dining plan. We'd taken 4 teenage girls to Disney. There was no way we were adding the dining plan on. Yeah. They were eating chicken fingers and fries and splitting that between 2 of them. I'm not going to pay adult prices when my kids are going to eat worse than a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
It does still require a great deal of planning. Obviously, with this, I think we can assume that this is also going to increase now the amount of reservations because I think a lot of annual pass holders will take advantage of it. I would think. I mean, it's just Disney puts it out there, someone's going to take it. And certainly we've all been making the comments that the dining plan has really resulted in an increase in reservations, and that makes it harder to get a reservation, especially less than 30 days, let alone just walking up to a particular restaurant. There was one thing I wanted to ask Scopa here. Well, we should mention that this new dining plan this one does not include dessert or an appetizer, right? In 2008 they've changed the dining plan.
Right, you get dessert, you don't get the appetizer, yeah.
No appetizer and no gratuity, right?
Gratuity, right.
Right. Okay. So
yeah,
Scopa,
for the deluxe plans, you do get the appetizer still, right?
Right, with the deluxe one, but with just the standard.
For the basic plan, you don't. Right.
Now, what do the dining plans go for? The regular and the deluxe?
It's $38 for adults, guys. I don't know about the kids' prices.
Is it like around $12,
like
something like that?
$10, $9.99 for a child, $37.99 for an adult, and then for the deluxe, I'm seeing. Annette, is this right? $69.99 for an adult and $19.99 for kids.
For deluxe? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I cheated on that. I had that.
So, Scopa, you and I have always been the champions of no dining plan, go with the annual pass and the Disney dining experience. Does this change your mind in any way?
I don't think so, Matt. I think I'd continue with the Disney dining experience because just from the fact that you mentioned, I think Len mentioned before that, maybe you mentioned it, Matt, that this increases the number of reservations, and before anybody goes and opts for any dining plan, I think it's important for them to make sure that they have available to them those restaurants which they want to go to. For instance, if I can't get into Le Cellier or some of the better restaurants in which I would make best use of this dining plan, why should I do it? I'd just stick with my Disney dining experience and get 20% off wherever I go.
Yeah, and not to mention the Disney. Yeah, the Disney dining experience also you get other perks, like you get the free valet parking, and that's $10 a day right there that you can parlay into some big discounts, especially if you're staying at a resort that has valet parking.
Right.
So that can be a boon right there. Len, who would you recommend the dining plan for?
So the dining
for
plan
annual pass holders.
So the dining plan would be for annual pass holders who look at dining as to be a very integral part of their Walt Disney World experience. If you're just going down there and you want to ride the rides and you want to see the shows and go to the water parks and stuff, and you don't really care where you eat, don't get the dining plan. If you're a picky eater, don't get the dining plan. It doesn't make sense. Or if you're a light eater, don't get the dining plan. Again, economically, it doesn't make sense. The other thing I would say is, and that, I don't know if you guys tell your clients this, but what we're telling people is call first and see if you can get reservations where you want to eat, and then decide whether you want the dining plan.
Yes,
because
that's very key.
It doesn't make sense to get the dining plan only to find out that you're shut out of your first, second, and third choice restaurants, and now you're eating at Captain Jack's or something like that. So do that first, because you can always add the dining plan on later on.
That's a great tip there, Len. I think that, it's funny because it used to be, okay, maybe we'd book a trip if there's, a good airfare deal, or maybe we see something about a room rate. Now it's the first thing you got to do is check to see if there's dining reservations available, and then you see if there's a good rate for airfare, and then you see if there's a good rate for the hotel, because that's the most important thing that that you can do.
If we
It's
had time,
so American, isn't it? It's so American. It's focused on food.
Oh, it so totally is.
Any last comments about the dining plan?
Annette, does this affect the DVC members at all? Do they get anything out of this? So.
Well, DVC's been able to add on the dining plan already at the same things.
But they can get but has DVC? Well, I guess it doesn't affect them regarding room rates, though. I mean, in the past, did they have to go with the regular rack rates to get the dining package? No,
you just used your points with the
okay, just the points. Okay,
yeah, with the DVC, and then you could get it.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing I would say, just as a change for annual pass holders, is the cancellation policy is going to be different as soon as you put that dining plan on there, because it becomes a package. So it's no longer a room reservation where you've 6 days prior you can go, oh, we're changed our mind, we're not going. You're going to be stuck with a 45-day prior.
Good.
Oh.
Okay, well, there's something interesting to know. And that's just for the dining plan, like regular reservations are subject to the normal rules?
Yeah, just as soon as you put the dining plan onto that annual pass holder, it becomes a package. So the package, just like a Magic Your Way package, those cancellation penalties become a package.
There's also another new rate for non-pass holders, right? The ticket upgrade rate?
Yeah, we didn't mention that.
We did not. So we should.
We did not. Here at the tail end, there is a new special out where, if you're planning on going and just doing that basic ticket, now you can get park hopping and water park fun and more added for free.
That's right. So that's like so that's the latest. That's a pretty decent size upgrade, right? That's like
that's
how much is
like $60 or something like that.
Well, I'm looking. No, it's more than that. It's
more than that,
like
right?
100 and hold on. Yeah, maybe it is.
101
for an adult. 102 for an adult. I don't know how much for a child, but
yeah, it depends on the number of days, right? But it's somewhere between 30 and $100 and some dollar discount per adult. It's not bad.
Bad at all.
Not bad for somebody that thought they were just going to have to pick one park a day, and now all of a sudden they can park hop and experience that.
That's right.
And maybe check out a water park if it's warm enough in April.
Great. Well, that's it for us today. If you want to find our older episodes, read our show notes, or send us your comments, visit our website at wdwtoday.com. And don't forget that this Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time is our next live show. Just visit wdwtoday.com for all the information about our next live show. That's right, Scopa is so excited. He can't wait to tell you about his Cave of Wonders. And be sure to join us. wdwtoday.com has a link to how to listen, how to tune in, all the great information, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. For Len Testa, Mike Scopa, Mike Newell, and Annette Owens, I'm Matt Hochberg. We'll see you on the next show.
This has been a production of Mouse World Radio. Today's show is sponsored by DVCBuyResale.com. DVCBuyResale.com is a great place to buy or sell your Disney Vacation Club membership. You can view their current Disney Vacation Club resales, get answers to frequently asked questions, and see the DVC points charts all at DVCBuyResale.com. Or call Chantel directly at 1-800-844-4099.